like
I mean,
weird.
when is he not weird?
No, but like Thonk has been like
Trying to be normal.
yeah, I guess yeah. Thonk trying to be normal
He
is
drank
weird.
alcohol with me.
I did.
He did.
I go out a lot, basically. I go out a lot. I'm usually gone doing something at most hours of the day.
You have a chance if you guys walk into a random bar to find Thonk sitting there having a conversation with a couple people, 2 or 3, and laughing at a joke. Can we get a Thonk laugh? I want to know what Thonk laughs like. Before we start, I need to know what Thonk laughs like.
It's like a low. It's probably just like a stomach chuckle, like a very very boring, but audible.
Oh, I was imagining like Final Fantasy style, and it's just
like Titus. Ha 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 ha.
That's
perfect.
a pretty good Titus laugh.
I know, that was like on point. That was
I've
awesome.
seen the video a few times.
Yeah, I played the game a few times
like
as well.
15 minutes he's laughing for literally fucking. I'm like,
that-
when is it? Is it still going?
Oh, Final Fantasy X, when voice acting was still new. Yeah, Final Fantasy X was the first Final Fantasy where there was voice acting, and PlayStation 2 is where you started to see voice acting come in way more.
If I recall correctly, too, they actually had the voice actors in 10 record independently of one another. Like, in the conversation dialogue, all of those lines were independent, recorded.
There was nothing to bounce off of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but Disney does that. Disney records independently. They're just better. I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Eat it, Sony. Disney's better. So, anyways, all right, here we go.
catch him at a bar. Yes.
Yeah. So you catch him in a bar, and he'll be drinking and having fun and whatever. So, getting into the real game here, we were kind of doing things 1 week at a time as like chunks to get things done. To fast forward. Technically speaking, there's a lot of things that you guys can do with your downtime. I believe Otto and Grommen had said that Otto was teaching Grommen what he knows of this land's language, Chundathan, and in it, teaching himself to be stronger with the language. So we were hoping to kind of like have you guys, maybe by the time you leave Dead Snows, to have both of you speak Chundathan clearly. Mm-hmm. So I think that was the plan, correct?
Hopefully, yeah.
And then you were also, turning coin, and Grommen was drinking. So like when you make profits, you just cut your profits in half, and there goes Grommen's liver's happiness. So don't worry, you have some sips too, a lot of them. Yeah. All right, so that was week 1. We kind of got out of the way. What is it you guys want to do with the next week? How is it you wanted to proceed? Oh, actually, I think you did the first 2 weeks. My apologies. That was the first 2 weeks you had done. So Thonk wanted to spend the first month, I know, just being like, I'm being social and intermingling with people and making more or less making nice with people so they know my face and I know their names-ish. And we can kind of like, you walk past the street and as you're picking up carrots and they're getting beats, you can be like, oh, that sort of a thing. He's trying to like be the goodly neighbor.
Mm-hmm. I'm not really like this is not really where my my centralized goal is. I'm sort of just along for the ride here in this Dead Snows quest.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So I'm mostly going to be looking to profit off of my newly discovered favorite activity and rolling a colored die around with all the local patrons.
Well, that's absolutely fun. So you're going to be doing some gambling and making money that way, or trying to make money that way, mm-hmm. And then you'll be doing playing your song, doing your music and making money that way.
Performances as well, getting loaded. I'd like to use this as a great opportunity. I've established my reputation pretty well here in this town as both a master of song and game. So why not abuse that privilege and make some cash here?
Cool. So you're doing just that and having fun doing it. Is there anything Grommen wanted to do specifically while inside this town?
Not necessarily inside the town. I think maybe at some point Grommen will take time to maybe semi-commune with nature, I guess would be like the best way to say it. But like Grauman's idea of communing with nature is not what you would think communing with nature is. Um, and kind of trying to figure out, he's going to be trying to figure out and see if he can find his bird. So you see him maybe carving his bird and trying to like get it right. And I think last time I rolled last week and he couldn't even remember what it looked like. So let's see how well I roll this time.
That's better.
15, that's better.
Get over there. Oh, yeah. So you're trying to carve it
I
and
rolled
whatnot.
like a 6 or it was a 1 or something. I don't remember. It was bad.
Could you do me a favor since you're digging through your pack and doing the scrimshaw and whatnot? Could you roll me an intelligence check, please?
Oh yeah, Grauman's great at those. Intelligence 5.
Okay, well, you've rolled just as well as you did the past few times. So actually better than I think than the past few times. So Grauman's doing that. You're working on the bird, trying to find Sir Peckinsworth, and Otto's rolling dice and
Fancy or
singing
feather.
songs.
Wait, what was it? Sir Fancy Feathers.
Mhm.
Sir Fancy Feathers. Is that what it is? That's what you changed it. That's right, Sir Fancy Feathers. God, I could totally see Grauman having that moment too, like you first, Sir Fancy Feathers. That you, Sir Fancy Feathers.
You feathers, they fancy. Oh, I know you name. You fancy.
Oh.
We make it sir, cause you very gentle.
Very dignified.
It's like a female.
That's true.
It's a bird. How would you know?
I'm sure there's a way. Bright colorings are usually male. Dull.
Eggs.
Yeah, some birds lay eggs. True.
But only in the right season. I mean, you could check. It's just not as easy to check as say with a dog, where you're just kind of like, huh? Oh. You know. So, anyways, so we're gonna flash forward 2 weeks then. Otto, could you roll me that performance check, por favors? Roll me a natty 1, please, so you can rewind everything you did originally and just.
He can't roll a natty one. He has luck.
Nah. You have to deal with a 17.
Okay, so could you roll for me? Oh wait, how was it set up before? I think at this one it is 66 gold, right?
For what?
For how much gold you just made doing this? Or is
Oh,
it 8?
right.
I think it was 68 gold because you beat a 15.
Right.
68
Yeah.
gold.
Okay. Great.
Why not?
Awesome. Done.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said 68.
I actually did too. No, I went with you, Bear. I was like, all right, what's next? You made 68 gold.
That's so funny. We're all sitting here silence, waiting. You're at 68. Gotcha.
There it is. All right.
There you go.
Turn into a
Not
number.
bad. That was a pretty
Wonderful.
good roll.
Yeah.
Hey. All right, cool.
I'd prefer
All right.
68 gold, but
Yeah.
Listen, you just doubled your gold in the shadow plane. We're good. Okay? You're
Yeah,
good
that's
with the
true.
gold.
we
We're
needed
doing
to
okay.
exploit that so much more.
It's never gonna happen again. It's like I was playing sidetrack, sorry. I was playing Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition for the first time a few days ago, and there was a glitch where as I was saving that I was moving the item and it duplicated the item, and I was like, but then I died to a bear like right afterwards, and when I reloaded the duplicated item was gone. It's like that glitch, it'll never happen again. Never again. And as soon as Addo dies, the gold's gonna be gone. So
That sounds like you've got a plan.
oh, sorry, too much. So fast forwarding 2 weeks, all of that happens. Thonk, you make some friends, you make some nicey nice. I know you didn't want to do anything literally for 6 weeks is what you said beforehand.
I gave
So-
you my plan, my master plan.
Yes, I know that, but you said you didn't want to do anything but play nicey nice for 6 weeks anyways.
With very, very specifically like getting to know guards on their off, like during their off time and all that other stuff. Yep.
So what we're doing for you for that 2 weeks that just passed, for making the total of a month that passed, is you're going to roll for me a persuasion check to be
sweet
like,
Lord.
nice and have fun with people and chat. Are you spending gold or are you just kind of
Yeah,
like,
I'll spend gold. Like I have money. I might as well. I don't expect I'll be spending a lot, but it'd be like buying a round of drinks here or food there, or whatever I need to do. Persuasion. All right, don't fucking suck. 21. I'll
Not
take
bad.
it.
So just give me a quick gist of how. Okay, I'm just having a hard time imagining it. Can you tell me how it is that Thonk is playing nicey nice with guards and is making friends with them, other than going,
just a Titus style. Well, it's just like having drinks with the guys on when they get off their shift after a long fucking day. Like, you know, kind of just shooting the shit. I imagine the reason I like get to know the townsfolk first is because like getting to know the guards first is really suspicious. So I imagine I try and meet the guards through the friends of the town that I've already met and just kind of like weasel my way and network into their circle. And then I make a few really good friends. I, you know, have drinks with them on occasion. Maybe we have like dart night. You know, we go out and play darts with the boys. You know what I'm saying?
Thonk's going to dart night.
Listen, Thonk is putting on the biggest act you've ever seen him put on.
Hey,
that or
karaoke.
No, he doesn't do karaoke. It is not that big of an act. He will not do karaoke.
I need Otto and Grommen to roll for me. But mind you, you guys are usually busy with your own thing and don't really go around Thonk. So I'm actually making you roll at disadvantage because you don't typically go anywhere near where Thonk would. Thonk knows your typical haunts and would avoid them, I imagine.
But Thonk is going to places that we would normally.
But Thonk knows where you would go and maybe even be smart enough because he's super freaking wise to be like, oh, what are you guys doing tonight? Okay, cool. And then avoid that, you know, because he's trying to do his own thing. So roll for me with disadvantage a charisma check. Just straight charisma check, not save.
I feel like, Otto, you and I need to get drunk one night and be like, where's Thonk? And like, go on an adventure trying to find Thonk.
Oh. Thank you, God, for disadvantage on that roll. Oh, thank you, Craig. Oh, you had a 20?
He has a 1 for charisma, so that wasn't going to go well unless the stars aligned.
Well, you did a charisma save, Bear. Is it different?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Hold on, then.
Also, you could use your luck and reroll.
We got to be fair here, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
now well, we do need to use our luck to re-roll that right now.
Technically speaking, you roll 1 die. And then you choose which of the 3 you'd like.
That's right. So you roll, if you want to use your luck, you roll an additional 1 more D20.
You don't re-roll your yeah. So
and you can choose.
All right. We'll take the 10.
Yeah. Yep. With your plus 3 to 13, but you know you can take the 13 or whatever.
We'll take the 13.
Cool. The first time you actually rolled save. But that doesn't really matter.
That's why I had him re-roll regular charisma check.
I missed that part. Sorry. Okay, cool. Doesn't matter. So you guys don't bump into Thonk. You don't find him or anything like that. Going forward 2 more weeks, and then things can start getting a little bit more interesting. These next 2 weeks, I imagine it's very much the same. So we're going to have you do your performance check. We're going to have Mathis do his persuasion check. We're going to have Maggie do her I'm getting drunk check, which is just getting drunk.
No, Maggie's doing her scrimshaw. She's like,
oh yeah, that's right, scrimshaw.
For drunkness.
That's a really good performance. You don't actually have to make a save. You're going to do your scrimshaw.
Do it anyway. Oh.
Otto is on fire in the dead snows.
Grommen just got told by a doctor that he has cirrhosis, and Grommen's like, cirrhosis? Sound yummy. Me drink.
Scrimshaw, Maggie. What's your scrimshaw check?
Another scrimshaw?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Wow. Fucking amazing. Do you make another intelligence check, Scott, or no?
Yes, but this time, because you finished a scrimshaw so quickly, you did another one. Roll it to me with advantage.
Alright.
What's this intelligence check for?
-2. Let's see how this goes.
Hey, a 17. That's almost as high as you can get.
Before we get to you, Maggie, Bear, could you roll for me 8d8?
8.
Now that's not 88. That's
You just take home 88 gold.
Appreciate the enunciation.
I want to see 8 10s. Close enough. You did literally middle ground.
Instead of 66, you get 30. Instead of 88, you get 40. It's really funny how that kind of.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. You did that. You're gonna roll me your carousing check, which is gonna be your disadvantage charisma. Maggie's gonna roll me her carousing, which is disadvantage charisma. And Thonk is going to roll me his persuasion check, which is going out and having drinks. But it's not like he's opening his purse and buying a bunch of stuff for people or anything like that.
Can I do luck again?
Of course, yeah. I mean, technically, you have 3 of them a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so every week you can definitely do one.
Yeah, I just thought I need to like blow your load.
So that'll be 17 total for you.
That's 17, baby.
Nice.
That's
okay. Good. So let's take it a step back because I imagine let's take it a step back. Maggie, you first. First of all, another great performance. Thank you very much, Bear. That was an incredible performance. He was very happy about it. Gromit, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Sure. Passive or active?
Perception. Active, please. Perception.
17.
Perfect. So one of the things that you noticed while Bear was playing, because while Otto was playing, is that the song was incredible, and
song's so good. Oh, best song. Well, maybe not your best, but good song.
Thanks, buddy.
So one of the things that you noticed, aside from the fact that he did an incredible song, did an incredible performance, is that somebody happened to show up to the show and stood around for a while watching it, hanging out by the door. Every time a barmaid went over to offer something, they just kind of like waved them away. The person that you saw happens to be a particularly attractive looking person.
Oh my God. I forgot
angular features and stuff like that. You don't really notice, like, you just kind of like look over and just catches your eye because, I mean, Gromit is actually rather perceptive. Don't mind the two. Gromit is very battle perceptive. He's always aware of when things seem a little bit off. He can always catch things. It's hard to catch Gromit off guard. Unless he's sleeping and you're a little drunk and walk into his room pulling your pants down, it's hard to catch Gromit off guard. And even then, he wakes up just in time. So, you notice this guy kind of like creepily hanging out by the door. Would you approach it at all? Or would you just like notice a creepy person, just entirely leave it alone?
I think he'd probably watch him.
Mm-hmm.
And just see, if he does anything like even further suspicious.
Yes. That's so you watch him. He doesn't do anything. He actually reacts during like sad points. You can see that he gets emotional. He does like wipe a tear from his eye. During happy points, you can see like a smile on his face. But for the most part, the suspicious thing he does is he stands by the doorway, leaning against like not the part where he can just grab the knob and go, like the over more towards where the hinge of the door is. But he leans against the door and watches the performance, not interacting with anybody, and then leaves when it's over. And that's kind of like what you see the entire time that he's there. Okay. Otherwise, Otto, great performance. You get money. The innkeep is very, very happy with you, very much so. As a matter of fact, because at the end of these 2 weeks, I think you guys had paid for 6 weeks or whatever it was initially. I can't remember. But he was like, as long as you're playing, you can stay, reinforcing what he had said before, which was real life 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So as long as you're playing, you're welcome to stay. You don't have to play every night. You just have to play often enough. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Keep the crowd coming. And then Maggie, going to you. Holy shit, your scrimshaw is amazing. You're crafting this thing, and you craft. It's almost like you kind of like go into a trance. Feel free to describe it if you'd like, but let me get to the end point first before we get to the intelligence check. You craft Sir Fancy Feathers perfectly. Like you see Sir Fancy Feathers in your mind's eye. Sorry, in the inside of your head's eye. You see Sir Fancy Feathers and you carve it perfectly down to the fine detail, including making sure the piece of wood that you have, which is different levels of coloring and whatnot, it's even almost bleached in areas where the feathers would be white. So it gives that lighter and darker areas. It's perfect. I mean, you don't think that you could ever have done better. Technically, you could have gone higher. I mean, this is amazing work. This is like what Otto did with his performance when he was there. This is perfect. Do you wish to describe it any further, or is that fine?
I guess just while he's doing it, he does go into a trance, and it kind of he did the whole thing. If someone was watching, but nobody probably was watching, he actually had his eyes closed the whole time while he was carving this.
Impressive feat.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. So it's literally you're doing that, and I imagine, and this might not be the case, but in my mind's eye, when you say that, I imagine it's almost like he's looking through the eyes of another animal nearby while watching this, which is just one of those like he's having this super spiritual moment. But so he crafts this thing. After it's done, and he sees his work, and he's super happy with it, and he's kind of like looking for the best spot in his bag to put it because he doesn't want to just like and throw it in the bag. He wants to find a good spot where there's something to wrap it up in, or whatever the case may be. All of a sudden, he remembers that there was another one that he had crafted recently, like 2 months ago now. But there's another one that he crafted recently. Actually, he crafted it during his travels between the chasm after the tower until he got to the Orc City. It really didn't dawn on him before, but now he's kind of like going through his bag and trying to find out where it is to put this piece. He sees this other piece, and now is when he realizes this wood is dark. It's like a very dark, dull gray. almost like a shadow being cast, like a dark shadow being cast in the right sunlight.
Feathers is stuck in the shadow realm.
And when you're looking at this thing and you're holding it and you're looking at it and you see the one in your other hand, and you're looking at the two of them, you can see that both of these charms that you have here, both of them look identical to Sir Fancy Feathers. This one you carved a long time ago while traveling through the Shadow Plane to get here, out of wood that you found inside the Shadow Plane. This one that you just carved right now while having your deeply, deeply spiritual moment. So you just noticed this one right now, though.
All right. And so I'm just noticing that. Do you think I put 2 and 2 together that's the Shadow Realm version with that in check? What was my in check again?
Your in check was a 17, and the in check was specifically for you to be able to find it. You crafted that real life, 3 streams ago?
Yeah.
3 sessions ago, and you just now, even your companions rolled intelligence checks and didn't notice that one was a little awkward. You just noticed it right now.
Okay.
And you notice that obviously the details and so on and so forth.
Okay. I guess Grauman's gonna probably tell Otto then. Because I feel like we've been bros, and I probably don't know where Thonk is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, where are we at right now?
Maybe. I guess I'm coming back from. Let's say every morning Grauman goes out after breakfast, and he goes and he kind of disappears for a little bit. And then he always comes back just in time for your show, right before you play, because he has to be there, be a supportive fan. And he comes back and he comes into the building and he looks really sad.
Okay, so we'll call it me wrapping up.
Before you get into the scene, one more thing I want to say is that with your total of a 17 carouse check, that any point in time these 2 weeks, so it could be this interaction if you'd like, you guys are going to come across Thonk because you've maybe heard something or just happened to notice him, however you play it out, but you find Thonk. Go.
Okay. All right. So I'll be wrapping up my performance, saying hello and thank you to the throngs of women who have turned out yet again to witness my excellence. And
you hold a raffle. Which one's coming home with you tonight?
Yeah, they actually all were wearing Magic Girl outfits, too, you know what I mean? And
Otto, you're just the best.
Oh, thank you. No, yes, I appreciate the fans, of course, and I give her a little smooch on the key.
Oh my gosh, he kissed
That's what I wanted to say.
I'm never wiping my face ever again.
Ooh.
Someone throws their G-string at you.
Oh, that's amazing.
Fling it back.
I didn't know that in, granted it's fantasy realm, but I didn't know that in the medieval ages they had G-strings. I imagine they would be made out of burlap or something, which would be so comfortable.
Anyway,
Sorry.
continue.
Sorry, Bear.
Yeah, so after flicking the G-string off stage, Otto walks down and finds Grauman looking a little despondent and walks up and says,
Grauman's got his mug and he's just kind of looking into it, and he has his finger and he's just spinning the water around, it's water.
Oh, no, okay,
He's
so
spinning the water around with his finger and looking into it.
I approach the table that Grauman is sat at, and I hop up on a stool and say, well, what's the matter? You didn't enjoy the performance? And as I say that, I'm jovial, but then I see down in his mug that that's not alcohol. That's water. And my face immediately goes from joyous to serious.
And as you look even closer, you notice that the little bird figurine is inside of it. And he's spinning around in the water.
Okay.
Oh,
So I run the emotional gauntlet there within the course of about 2 seconds. See that he's got the new scrimshaw Sir Fancy Feathers in there. Oh, hey, you made a new one.
Yeah. I made another one.
Looks good. I'm getting closer to it, kind of like inspecting the details in.
He picks it
within
up
water.
and like shows you, and then he like takes out, grabs his pouch and kind of takes out the other one, and it's kind of wrapped in like a nicer package, and he like unwraps it really gently, and he takes it out and he's like, that one and that one, and he there. And he like looks up at you sad.
So I can see sort of the same details. I'm assuming that Grumman was able to notice pretty quickly on these two.
Yeah,
Comparable.
basically.
Otto's
like,
wicked
the
smart.
exact same-
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Except for one is darker than the other.
right. It takes me a minute, but I put two and two together.
You also of course realize that it is shadow plane wood. I mean, that is true.
Well, it's from
just going
it's
the
the wood that you saw me. You remember when we chopped down that tree and then we took because we were like, I don't know, we're crazy people.
remember when we chopped down that tree for absolutely no reason? Yeah, no, I remember that.
Yeah, and Grumman took that like walking stick, and then
Right.
he took that yeah. And he was
Okay.
that's what he carved it out of.
Okay. Oh, this is the shadow. He's in the shadow plane?
Grumman like nods at you. I think that where he is, but I know Abe will find him.
Well, we know how to get there, don't we? Maybe we should go look for him.
We do? Grumman doesn't.
Otto's sort of absent-mindedly. I mean, we were there, but we can get back, I'm sure, right?
He takes the other one from you, and he's like, "Yes, we go back."
And we'll find him.
Okay. Grumman like is all of a sudden like really happy now, and he's like holding them, his little bird figurines.
He's a strong bird. He'll be fine by himself for a while.
It's like watching, or like, you know, when you see like really big buff dude holding like a tiny little chihuahua. That's
Yeah.
what it looks like.
His little scrimshaw eagle. All right, yeah. So Otto is just now attempting to console Grumman upon this sober realization, but he's unfortunately sober during it as well. So I'd also like to call the barmaid over and get us a couple of proper drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grumman's happy now because he's like, oh, we can find him, and then so he's drinking with you, and he's like getting in better spirits.
Now, this is the start of your guys' evening together tonight. Like you just said, you just finished your songs for the night, and it's not like you play until an early time. You do play until late because you got to keep the beer flowing and whatnot, and this place. But when other people are like, okay, well, that was a great show. I'll have one more drink, then I really got to call it a night. I have work tomorrow. That's when you guys are like, oh, man, I haven't had enough to drink yet. We need to start this. And so I imagine that this is when your fun really begins.
Oh yeah, definitely. I go ahead and even go so far as to invite a couple of the ladies who were enjoying my performance tonight to come over and join us to maybe lift Grumman's spirits even further.
In fact, Grumman like is carrying them on him while they're walking there.
They're loving it, I'm sure.
This is my friend Grumman. He'll introduce himself.
Swept them off their feet.
Yeah.
Literally.
There we go. Yeah, Grumman will have fun dancing around with random bar patrons and dancing with random bar patrons as well.
Awesome. And you guys, have your fun there. Now, while you guys are having fun and chatting and whatnot, one of them tells you about like, oh, if you guys, really, because it's getting late, it's like 2:30 in the morning, whatever. If you guys want to be able to go and have fun after this, because I mean, it's getting kind of quiet here. The guard shift is going to be changing soon, and the guards, when they get off at the next shift change, woo, they just need a drink. So if we go to the bar where they are, nobody bothers that bar. That's the bar where the guards know that's where the guards drink. You should come there. And it's one of those like, how have we not heard of this yet? and they,
Well,
however
we've
it
not
is that you
been
say
there
it to them.
before. We must
Yeah.
go, Otto. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. How have we not been?
Oh, because it's in the basement of somebody else's inn that doesn't have a bar.
Oh, like an underground sort of operation.
It's to keep with things going on outside the town. It's to keep things, safer for the guards, so nobody tries
Brandon
to
is
swindle.
taken aback a little bit by this because last time he went underground to go to a bar, it didn't go so swimmingly. So he's like, there are no dwarves in this underground bar, right?
No dwarves. There might be dwarves. There's a few dwarven guards. I just don't know what shifts they work.
We at this one place, and they're all dwarves, and they know very nice to me.
I think
Well-
the dwarves around here might be a little better, Grumman.
The person literally goes, well, like gestures at you.
Roman like looks at him and he's like, "What's wrong with me?
Nothing.
Then why they no nice to me?"
I can't quite put my finger on it.
As he's like touching Grumman.
Otto's seen this movie before, so he interrupts. Where might we find this place?
Oh, it's kind of like, come with me, I'll show you. And then, you guys finish like one more drink and maybe even another game of dice, to which, of course, you won the game. Which, by the way, one of the things that you've noticed after a month now of playing this game, 'cause it's been about 4 weeks since you were awarded the die, it doesn't always win for you. It's not like these are loaded die. It's a loaded die where it's like, I choose yellow all the time, I win. It's not like it's like that. You actually do win and lose and whatnot, but you have fun playing either way. So you finish your drink and having your fun and maybe winning or losing at the game that you played there, and you follow them to this inn that's it's an inn. It has rooms upstairs and whatnot. Doesn't have a tavern, doesn't have a bar. Just a very small amount of food that they create. But in the basement underneath the inn, that's where you go in. There's no basement access from inside. You guys go around the back way, and and you guys are let in. And it's great down there. It's actually a rather large foundation to this inn because it's not a small inn. So you go there and you see that there are a bunch of people. Some of them in guard outfits, some of them out of guard outfits, but clearly carry themselves like you always know when somebody has military or police experience. You're standing in line at a donut shop, and you're like, Yep. I know that person served as a Marine. They carry themselves a certain way. It's very obvious. Well, all these people seem to carry themselves this way. And the thing that really catches you off guard is one of the other people that you happen to see there also carries himself like, more like with a stick up his ass, but right now seems to be relaxed. Thonk is down there, literally laughing at a joke as you guys are walking in.
Is that Thonk? Is he laughing?
Upon hearing the sound of this laugh, Otto's face contorts like he's heard just the most confusing noise of his life. Turning like, looking like, what? Who made that noise? He looks and sees Thonk. He looks at Grumman. Was he laughing?
I think he laughing. I never see Thonk laugh.
Thonk,
Maybe.
Oops, sorry.
No,
No, never.
Grumman is like going through every single instance.
And I'm funny. I make lots of joke. You funny.
I thought I was funny. Who do I see around him?
Funny.
So before I answer that question, Thonk, with your insanely high, though slightly lower at the moment, perception, you notice them instantly.
Okay.
When they walk in the door, you're like, ha 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 ha!
Just like a scowl immediately. It's like, fuck.
You notice that he's sitting around, seemingly 4 different guards, 3 of them gentlemen, 1 of them a lady. Thonk is sitting kind of close to the lady, though not like leaning in or like making moves, it seems by any means. He was having a conversation and laughing, but almost immediately scowls in your direction. As you guys are having your conversation about him laughing, scowling
Over at me. As soon as he looks over and I notice that he sees us and I see him, I'm gonna be like, Thonk!
Same. Hey!
The scowl lasts for like just long enough for you to notice it before it goes back into like this smile, and I welcomingly like gesture you over.
Oh, we immediately come over. Without even waiting for him to signal, I am already like...
Otto's already on the way.
Steps toward that direction.
Grommen is coming over, and he's got like a lady's arm. He's like holding her arm while he's walking over.
He's been dragging her from the bar.
This lady's like, I wanted to go home 20 minutes ago. Grommen's got like a deadlock. As you get close, you see Thonk like, you know, still smiling, gesture for like a round, for like gesturing at the two of you, and like for like drinks for the two of you. And as you get close, like to the 4 guards, I'm just like, I want you to meet my good friends Otto and Grommen. And another lady, perhaps, for the night for Otto, as I gesture to the one that's like nearby.
So you gesture to the lady.
No, the one that's Grommen has.
Grommen's
Yeah.
Saying it's for Otto.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, interesting. So, they like, oh, hey, friend of Thonk's and friend of ours, and they actually greet the lady that they know. One of them goes and gives her a hug because that's his sister. And
well, he's not my friend anymore.
He thought the joke was off-colored, but anybody who has a sister is accustomed to jokes like that being made. So it's one of those things where it's like,
I'm an orphan.
But they very much greet you guys very quickly and invite you to join and have drinks as well.
When he comes and hugs his sister, Grommen hugs him too.
Nice.
Okay, I don't think there's any preparation for that. I don't think I've ever hugged my sister while she was with a dude and had the dude hug me too. I don't know how you react to that. Hold on, give me a second.
Well, Grommen sees them hug, and then Grommen thinks, "Oh, we're supposed to hug," so he hugs.
I think he just gets very stiff, just very stiff. And even after Grommen's like finishes with whether it be bro hug or otherwise, finishes the hug and steps back, he's just kind of like,
yeah.
Like, not really, like, he's not sober. He's also not sure what just happened at the moment. Like, he's not sure if he's supposed to use self-defense tactics or what, but something just happened that was very uncomfortable for everybody involved. Even his sister is like, what the hell was that? So probably the people that are most amused by it are Thonk and Otto. And Grommen is just kind of like, but yeah, everybody was like,
wait, actually, let's see if Grommen notices. Grommen does not notice.
So he's a little duller in conversations that starts as he's like, again, kind of, you know, half in the bag and is trying to process recent experiences. But everybody else, they're welcoming of you guys coming in. As you guys like literally get into the group and grabbing a drink or whatever, the closest one to grab, like, oh, I don't need a hug, buddy. Like making a joke at it, like gesturing towards the person that you just hugged. But very quickly, you guys are able to start carousing and having a good time. It's laughing and joking. But you guys are there, and it's literally throwing Thonk off of his game. Thonk has been crushing it with these persuasion checks and doing a great job with being like kind and whatnot. But now with you guys being there, on a subconscious level, I imagine it's Thonk is kind of like second guessing himself and how it is he's approaching the situation. And it's very difficult for him to be like the life of the party, have the center of attention, make these connections when everybody's drawn to Otto. Hey, I saw your performance. Oh, I know. I actually literally didn't catch a robbery because I was watching you. It was amazing. And they're literally talking about Otto and laughing about Otto and like getting destroyed by Grommen in arm wrestling matches and playing dice with Otto. And I've never seen this game before.
I don't necessarily.
He wants to do some arm wrestling.
You win.
Yeah.
What's your strength, Maggie?
It is 18.
18? Okay, so what that means, one of my house rules things, if you're above somebody by 4, you win. There's no contest between a 14 strength and an 18 strength. Just like there's no contest between a 10 and a 14. You're just that much stronger than the person, you win. Now, even if somebody happens to have a 15, you still roll with advantage against that person. It's not until you're 16, 17, 18, they're in the ballpark where they could actually beat you based off the situation. Nobody there has a 16 strength. You win every arm wrestling contest, no question. Sometimes they even do funny things where one guy's like holding your hand from the other side and one's actually holding your arm. And it's like, poof, I still win. So you win all of the contests. Otto, you win and lose dice, and it's awesome that you're gambling with the guards that you literally saw arrest the people you first walked into the town the first time you're here. I'm sorry, Mathis. I completely
No, it's totally fine.
You.
No,
what
I
were you
said
saying?
I would imagine like it definitely throws Thonk off, but not for the reasons that he's not center of attention, but more just like I've kept this kind of like a secret, and now that they're here, it's like you said, it's more of a subconscious like back of my mind thing. But Thonk, even thrown off, probably enjoys the fact that the attention is off of him for a bit, but would probably try and use Otto as a means of getting more information out of them, and being like, I'm friends with the guy that you fucking love.
That sounds great. However, in this first interaction with them, that's not something that he's going to be able to communicate to Otto well enough, because Otto's pretty drunk at the moment. And it's something that you are caught so much off guard, you're not going to be able to engineer that now. Though if
Makes
you wanted
sense.
to, maybe in the future, and you know what, we can always find out whether or not that succeeds after our first break.
Yes, that makes sense to me.
Madrina's commercial.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Go grab a drink. If you have Madrinas, get Madrinas. If you don't have Madrinas, buy Madrinas, get the Madrinas, drink the Madrinas. And we'll see you in a few minutes.
Can I get paid for this?
No.
Maggie, you want some Madrinas?